Hey.
So pause.
I had to think about it.
Yeah.
I'd like to welcome everybody back to the StepBrothers podcast episode. Where we at? What we got going?
I think it's 154.
Rather be safe than sorry. I'm drinking wine today. No real liquor has touched this body.
Yeah, 154.
Actually, no, I lied. I definitely.
Yeah, you definitely lied.
Yeah, I had Yeah, I definitely had some liquor. I spilled a little on your table, but it wasn't on purpose.
Bro, you spill every time.
You know, it's out of my control.
I'm gonna go get a napkin. You just keep talking.
This is always awkward when I'm by myself. While he's going, I just want y'all to know that you know, we here and everything is okay. And life may hand you lemons, but you gotta make lemonade. You hear it? That's it. That's all I spilled. That's okay. Just keep it here. Don't even throw it away. Today's a relaxed podcast. I came here drunk. Dawn made some wings. Watched my IG story.
Air fry.
Well, by the time this podcast has been posted, my IG story will
be gone.
But yes,
Yeah, it was on the Instagram story.
it was. And I actually initiated some Instagram beef. I did not know who I was fucking with. On behalf of Dalton, because I ride for my Yakubian brother.
I didn't ask for this stuff.
He did it. I did it because I was like, "Yo, there's another duo out there in the ecos that is a black and white pair, the same as Dalton and I. Some might say they're better. Some might say that we're better. You know, there's a thing. It's a thing that's Batman, Robin. You know, Carter and Lee, all dynamic duos. Superman and his dog. I guess I don't really know if he had a sidekick. Jimmy Olsen, I guess, but that's more Clark Kent. But yeah, I was just poking fun at them. But I got this whole. But I'm gonna save that for when they're actually going to come on the podcast.
Yeah, they will.
They are our doppelgangers, so they're actually going to come do the podcast. We just got to get the day together and shit like that, whatever. But I wasn't gonna say that to say. Yeah, we just chilling. I was drunk. Blah blah blah. We got a lot to get into. Really, we only got like 4 things that I really want to talk about. 3 of them are music.
Yeah.
The first thing is, and since last week you said I was like botching all the Japanese and shit, because I was like, yeah, and I don't know if Shang Chi is supposed to be Japanese or Chinese.
He's Chinese.
Chinese, good. So we're just gonna let you we're gonna get that out the way,
What?
and then we're gonna get into the music shit.
Oh, you want to get Shang Chi out the way first?
Get it out the way.
Okay.
Talk to me about Marvel's new release, and I want you to give like a little background, because this is the thing, bro. A lot of women listen to our podcast. I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah.
And a lot of women aren't into the shit that we're into. They're listening because they like us personally, you know?
Yeah.
So our interests don't always pique their interests. So if
I would assume.
Yeah, if we break it down a little bit more, they'll kind of understand. Because I was telling Shorty last night, she was like, I might go to the movies by myself tonight. I was like, yeah, you should go see Shang-Chi. How do you say it?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. But to her, it was like, go listen to that new Griselda album. You know what I'm saying? It don't correlate.
She's like, huh?
Yeah, it don't correlate. So break it down a little bit. The character, the movie, all that.
Yeah. I mean, and I get what you're saying.
Right.
But that's just the nature of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's going to be some stuff like, I don't like this episode of, like, even other
Well, not necessarily like the episode. The episode is cool, but that portion.
Yeah, they're like, I don't care about this. Like, I don't care less about football.
But I feel like but I think there's something enjoyable about
explanation.
Yeah, because once we break it down to a like sometimes
Shelby's asked me for this before.
Right. We explain shit on the Einstein level because we're already involved. Yeah, we're already involved with it. But people that don't know.
Yeah, we want me to get micro level. I got you.
Right. Yeah, let's go micro sometime. We ain't got to have a micro penis. You just got to have micro explanations.
You threw that in there. I don't know.
I did. That's the only time I heard micro in my adult life. Like, dudes really suffer from micro penises.
Damn.
And I'm sorry for y'all.
Okay. Well, sure, I can explain.
Hold on. Liquor means rewind. The gunshot means forward. Here's this song.
Yeah, he's definitely out of here.
I'm out of here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you want me to explain the character? Okay.
Shang Chi,
Okay. So
not to be confused with the chick from Street Fighter. I can't. Chung Li.
yeah, no one. I don't think.
I don't.
anybody-
It was me. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So this character came out in the I think late 60s, early 70s. Very like some people thought it was racist.
Yeah.
But he was based off of Bruce Lee. This is a real thing. So he was based off of Bruce Lee because at that time, Bruce Lee brought Kung Fu over to America.
That's a fact.
And they were getting more popular in general because of the movies he was making in China.
Recipe to the God.
And he was, he had the Green Hornet show here.
Yeah.
He was filming stuff in Hollywood as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Kung Fu craze was like for real. So Marvel was like, shit,
We need to tap in.
let's capitalize on this
Tap in.
and then make some Kung Fu characters.
Yeah.
Because comics back then were pretty plain. You had Batman,
Superman. Spider-Man.
but there was, even that stuff was pretty vanilla. There was nothing too crazy. So then they brought out Shang-Chi. Definitely looked different. He had like long hair. But yeah, he's based off Bruce Lee.
Which every character in that Liu Kang.
In that realm.
Law from
Yeah, from Tekken, dude is basically Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so they start writing, and it's Shang-Chi Master of Martial Arts. That's like his main thing, right?
Indeed.
So really weird backstory with like his father was like evil. They switch it for the movie, obviously, but then they just kind of.
Well, let's just like break it down. Movie, like just stick to the movie because ain't nobody finna go read the comic.
Yeah, I mean, the comics were here and there. Like they stopped, they started again.
Mm-hmm.
He popped up a lot in Iron Fist, other comic books, and then he was part of the Avengers. Then they revamped him back in the early 2000s, and that's kind of where he's been now.
Right.
Where he can do more mystical stuff like control his energy and
chi and all that stuff.
So
yes.
But yeah, so the movie, definitely, I was super excited for this one because I think it's something like fresh finally.
Yeah.
Like, because after this many movies, especially after Endgame, you're like, okay, we've seen these same characters like so many times. All this other shit's popping off.
Right.
Like, where do we go from here? And I think they've done a good job with like the TV shows, giving us like some different types of stuff.
The what ifs.
We're with them for like longer, 6 hours, instead of just a movie. And then Loki was like mega weird, which is good. And then, so this was like the first real movie of like this new era, right? And then, and it definitely was different. It felt different. It looked different, and it's I believe an Asian woman directed it.
Dope.
It's almost an all Asian cast, so, like it's definitely like the Asian Americans, Black Panther, basically, if you want to put it that way.
That's fire.
But I mean the cultural significance of that, because Black Panther was like a huge success, and
I agree.
It's just getting more diverse characters, and then more.
I just wish what I was going to say is that I wish they championed it more. I wish it mattered to them the same way that Black Panther mattered.
It matters if you're in the right circles, though. You're only seeing one side.
Well, I mean, when Black Panther came out, I was not like...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like real Black experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what this feels
don't
like.
Michael B. Jordan.
I told you why I didn't like. I told you why.
Yeah, because he's good looking.
Yeah, it's too sexy for his shirt.
But I'm saying all those things added, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, it was too much like negative, but I feel like for you to say that, I agree with you.
Yeah.
They should champion this in the same fashion that
I mean, it's a big deal.
But I just don't see it the same way I saw Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's a different circle,
Now, when Crazy Rich Asians came out,
yeah,
everybody championed that shit.
I know, and I've seen it, especially like it's a lot of stuff overseas, especially like because like this movie's getting shown in China.
Yeah,
and China's like picks and choose what movies they want to show.
Yeah, of course.
And so this to pass their like thing. It's like
they even changed the billboards. Like
and like even the main actor Sam Liu was like, my parents didn't even give a fuck about the movie until they saw the Chinese poster.
Yeah,
like, they're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like this is a real deal. Like,
yeah.
Global phenomenon. Like and they're they're doing the thing where they're not putting on Disney Plus, they're actually putting the movies. You have to go to the movies to see this.
Interesting, because that's how I was going to try to catch it, but I gotta go.
Right. So like they're really like taking a swing with it.
Yeah.
Because like they're basically using it as a benchmark, because if this does not do well as it could, like
as it should,
then they're gonna make the rest of them do Disney Plus releases.
Yeah.
Because that's revenue.
Okay, let's put a pin in the film and talk about that, because as of lately, I've seen more artists, and when I say artists, I mean actors, actresses, have an issue. They're for streaming and movies, or just strictly movies.
It's called day and date releases, right? So they release it on streaming the day of.
Right.
They release it in theaters. Obviously, we're in a pandemic, so
correct.
These companies and these people have to make a decision. Like, will we delay it again, or because the more they delay it, the more money is just burning in the pocket.
Right.
Because like you got to pay for marketing again.
Right.
You got to book the theaters again. It's a whole thing.
Right.
So do it now, and then the people that want to see the movie theater will go see it, and then some people will pay to see it at home.
Agree.
Yeah. So
which you are the first time I know that anybody had to pay to watch a movie at home was when New Year's that year we all were at your dad's house, and you bought
the interview
with Seth Rogen and James Franco. That was the first time I ever was like,
and that one,
somebody's buying a movie.
Yeah, that was more so because theaters were banning that movie
because of
so they released it on iTunes.
Yeah,
just so like if you want to see, you could pay.
Because Kim Jong Un was going up at that time. Like it was the same type of publicity the Taliban is getting right now today. Currently is what Kim Jong Un was getting.
The whole movie was about assassinating him.
So. Was about so they didn't want to play with that. Basically, the theaters. The people who produced the movie, so on and so forth.
Shit, we watched it.
We definitely watched it. It was a great fucking film.
Funny, but so the models sometimes happen, and then I think the most like one that most people recognize is like if you go travel a lot, some hotels will have movies that are in theaters on their TVs, and you can buy them.
I'm not that well.
So, but that's the first time I've ever seen it. Like, and then some hotels do that, and then. But now it's like with the streaming era, you got all this shit happening. So now let me tell you why they hate it or they hate it, Chris. So
talk to me. I'm here.
So how movies work in similar fashion than music does. They work in a very similar fashion. So if I cast you in my movie, Chris, to play a character, right?
Right.
I'm paying you for your services, right? Like I'm paying
to
you,
actually go through the.
So say I sign you in a movie. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Chris, you can be in this movie for $2 million.
Right.
And you're like, but in the contract, you also sign for the back end stuff as well.
Right.
So there's like DVD sales.
Right.
And
T-shirts and merch and toys and all that
sometimes
shit.
You can pull all that in.
Right.
So that's where their issue is lying, because they get paid for the movie. That's already done. They already got that check.
Yeah.
They're worried about that back end check, so they're not going to get the same like royalty checks. Now, with the Scarlett Johansson thing, where she's suing Disney for,
that was the big one. She was a leader in that.
She's not wrong, because that is a breach of her contract, because she's not going to get the same
pay
thing she signed up for.
Right.
And it's just interesting that Disney, the fucking cheapskate company that is like, we're in a pandemic. Okay. But
I think I get the artist end of it, and I'm going to sound like I'm not for the artist.
But I don't like big business stuff. Complaining about shit is very, especially Disney. You're like the biggest company in the planet
next to Apple. Yes.
So, but that's where the problem is. And then with the director, the problems with directors of filmmakers don't like it is because directors' jobs hinge on box office returns. So if they're like, boom, this movie didn't make a lot in the box office, they're like, the director is going to have a harder time finding the next gig because they're going to look at a box office return.
Depending on who you are.
Yeah. So
that's where I would say directors are spoiled in a sense. I mean, if you're used to doing independent films, then we're not talking about you, right?
Yeah, but the thing with directors though is
we're talking Martin. I'm thinking about the people that I've seen recently. The Russo brothers just said something because of this whole Scar Joe shit. They were going to come back for a Marvel film, but now they're hesitant because of the Scar Joe shit. Okay, then you got Martin Scorsese. He's against.
He hates streaming in general.
Right. Then you got Christopher Nolan. He hates that shit too. Then you got the lady Patty Wonder Woman, Patty Jenkins, which
I can tell you about each one.
Patty is
hilarious.
Is today's woman, if I can say that without getting scorned.
No, her thing is hilarious because
she's not making great films.
No, yeah. So
as far as Wonder Woman goes,
I was just about to say the thing with hers that's different than everybody else's. She's saying the criticism against her movie is due to streaming,
right?
But really, you just did not make a good movie,
and it ain't got nothing to do with Gail. I
don't have problems with any of the casting choices either. No, it just was not a good.
It wasn't a good film,
because Wonder Woman was fine. The first one is completely fine. I like Wonder Woman.
It was good. It was okay film.
But
I think I saw it at theaters.
But this one just was not good.
It wasn't. Too long. Took too long. But see, to her disadvantage, it came out. See, sometimes when people are releasing stuff, which we're going to talk about releases a lot today.
Yeah.
But when people are the timing matters, right?
Absolutely.
She released that movie. Well, Disney or not Disney. Warner Brothers released that movie during Christmas break. The day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, whatever the case may be. Nigga,
we in a pandemic too.
I was full off of food and drunk off of liquor. By the time my family wanted to sit down and watch a film and everybody was like, well, Wonder Woman's on streaming, let's watch that. And we put it up. Nigga, I was in that bitch slumped. I was asleep.
Yeah.
I did my part to promote the film. Y'all need to pay me. I posted on my IG. It's like, yo, this one watching. Mothers that I know and friends and all that. It was like, is the movie any good? We're about to start it. This and that. I was like, I don't know. I'm just getting into it. I don't know. The next day, because I fell asleep, but I was still getting those messages coming in. Was the movie any good? Was blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck happened. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the timing, I feel like, is bad, especially because the one thing most of these like big media people haven't realized is y'all's like sales are only going to go up if black people says it's cool to do. Like, I'm just letting you know that, right? Like that is, there's not a movie critic in the world that's about to make me go see a film.
Yeah, those movie critics are less and less important.
Or not going to. Now, if a influencer that I like, and I'm speaking to all age groups because obviously I don't subscribe to this, but if an influencer I like gets on Twitter or Instagram and say, yo, this new Blue Beetle movie was out of this world, everybody should see this film, probably going to watch it. Probably. More times than not. It matters who the information is coming from, and I will relate this to my life. Thus far, I had 2 different women to tell me to watch a show on Netflix that's currently number 1. Let me pull it up before I misspeak or anything. I gotta sign in. But this is how important that shit is. 2 women now. two women I didn't. You heard?
Okay. You trust their opinion?
I do not trust their opinion.
Okay.
I trust the box. You heard? There's a show. It's #1 top 10 in the U.S. today on Netflix. It's called Clickbait.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
Everybody's talking about it. Now, two women. I ain't seen nobody talk about it on Twitter, Instagram, nothing. Two women took their time out their day to say, hey, you should watch Clickbait on Netflix. It's really great.
At the family thing earlier, someone said the same thing.
I said,
I'm still not going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch this shit.
I'm still not going to watch it.
Because you told me to watch it. Bitch, I only want one thing from you.
Okay, this is a different conversation.
Okay, you're right. But I'm saying I'm saying how important the influence is of the people that you get to promote this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, like the Fast and Furious franchise, for an example, took a life of its own.
Yeah.
We're not going to go see it because you put Cardi B in the movie.
No. We're
going to go see it because we can't believe y'all are on Fast, 10? What are they
That was
on?
9.
9. Y'all are on Fast 9. Yes, we're going.
Yeah, we've already watched 8 movies.
Yeah, we're going.
We in for the long haul now.
You could get the goddamn Antichrist and put him in this film somehow. It doesn't matter. We're not going to see it for him. Nigga, y'all made 13 of these bitches.
We going.
Bro, just the same with Rocky. Rocky came out far before our time.
Yeah, and then they
didn't release a Rocky that was in our age bracket until he fought Tommy Guns.
Yeah.
Which was 90 something. They didn't need to promote Rocky to me for me to go see the first Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this is a part of the culture. I have to see this film. So, I think a lot of these companies are dropping the ball in that. And Marvel is with us. Oh, that's my good. I'm not fan. But Marvel's with us, right? Because Marvel's like, we see what y'all saying on Twitter. We see what y'all saying on Instagram. Y'all don't want to have to get dressed, get ready, go through those motions when you and your lady or you and your friends can just snuggle up on the couch and watch the movie as soon as it comes out. And y'all are
for $30
because y'all still have to pay. And the $30 you pay to watch this film is the gas. It's the snacks. It's the tickets.
With my wife, yes. This is it's.
Oh yeah, but you've dated before.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's definitely more expensive to go to movies. For me,
it's more than $30
because I got tickets, and then Shelby is this motherfucking snacker, bro. So
because you usually get like a slushie.
I get a Coke Icy.
Yeah, and popcorn or something, right?
It depends on how I'm feeling, but I generally get a Coke Icy.
Yeah. And
then if they have mozzarella sticks, I always get mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
If they don't have mozzarella sticks, I'll see if they have like a Reese's or something. But that's it.
Back when I was going to the movies, like for every movie, really, it was always popcorn and a slush. I never ate the popcorn, but somehow ended up buying the biggest popcorn. Even though I wasn't eating it, I'll just be like, I'll eat some of it. I'm not going to eat. You know what I'm saying? But
Shelby
the lady
I'm
involved with.
But so I like I said, but I mean, what I just want to say is like we're in a pandemic.
That's a fact.
People, even how you feel on the vaccine, yes or no, like people are not going to the movies right now.
That's a fact.
So, like, I just don't know what people want them to do. Like, because they're not going to keep holding it back until 2022 or whatever, because this virus isn't going away.
It's never going. It's here to stay.
So, it's here. So, if they're not going to the movies, they're going to try to make their money back somehow. So, they're going to have to do one or the other. So if they have their own streaming service, aka Disney Plus or HBO Max just drops it for free. Like,
that's a fact. As long as you have the streaming service, you can watch.
Disney makes you buy Premier Access.
Yeah.
So like, you're getting some return from it. Like, because I'm telling you this right now. However you feel, Marvel is not going to release a movie for free. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
That's a fact.
Because these movies are the biggest movies on the planet. Do you know how much money they have made for these movies?
And if you already have everybody subscribed to your platform,
yes.
If you drop Avengers 4,
yeah,
they're not going to make any money. But that title alone is going to bring in several $1 million.
Yeah, from even new subscriptions or like people just shit. I'm gonna get it and watch it for Premier Access and then cancel. It don't matter. They already got your first initial dollar.
If some way somehow the fans found out Robert is RDJ is coming back, somehow, and they don't have Disney Plus, never thought to go see the stay at home and watch the film, that shit's going to go through the roof. But that still wouldn't be enough to pay back the money that they spent to pay him, and to make the film.
Yeah, I'm saying the budgets on movies are getting crazy as well because like these are big movies. So, I mean, like I said, I get why they're upset. I get why people are upset.
Yeah,
but yeah, we don't need to talk about streaming numbers all the time. But,
yeah. I think it's important. But anyway, the film was great, right?
Yeah, Shang Chi was awesome.
I feel like at least to get halfway believers in Marvel enthused, just break down.
I'm not going to spoil the movie.
Just break down the after credit scene.
No, because that's the spoil of the movie.
It won't spoil. I don't think it'll spoil the movie, but at least it'll let them know where we're going from here.
No,
that would compel them to watch.
I don't spoil after credit scenes. That's not right.
All right,
because you go to see that shit.
I tried. Okay, I tried.
All I will say is, it is integral for the next piece of wherever this journey is.
Every after credit scene got to be integral, though. It needs to be.
No, but this is like. This means something big is coming, but we don't know what it is. Right. That's all I'll say. Movie has some of the best fights you're gonna see in the Marvel shit. The character was phenomenal. Like he's
a great actor. He pulled it off.
He did a great job.
How was Awkwafina in the film?
She's fine. I know everybody has their feelings about her because she does the black scent.
Right.
She does not do it.
I would imagine so. She's home.
So because she is from New York, like, so sometimes that comes out a little bit, but she doesn't sit here and do like you know what I do. Like she doesn't do all that shit. Yeah. So, I mean, because if you see the trailer, she's like, oh, where's your shirt? She just talks normally.
Right. And a thing that I think
here, I will say this though. She is not useless in the movie.
Great.
So she's not just used as a comic relief. She actually has a purpose. She's not a love interest either. Great. So she's just literally his best friend.
Right.
And she acts like it. And she actually is not a fucking bum.
She's what old boy is to Spider-Man.
Yes, so not useless. So
my thing with Awkwafina, I was not familiar with her until people pointed her out on Twitter about how she's a black and everything.
Yeah.
And it was an extra kind of on my back at the time because I was dating a Korean / black woman. Mm-hmm. So I felt not that people made it a point to say anything about her ethnicity, but I felt like, oh shit, I gotta do I need to tell? But I was like, bro, no, what the fuck? Not like especially ever since the pandemic. And George Floyd being murdered and Breonna Taylor being murdered, me and her have had several talks. And this is not me trying to like authenticate her black card. Like the same way I was on the front line, like Rich went with me one time and him and Dad, we was out there risking our lives and freedom and rubber bullets. She took up the educational side of the fight. You know what I'm saying? So even in that, like, I know her, I don't give a fuck. I met her grandma. Her black card is stamped. So anybody that would try to claim that she's not black, like, I have to dismiss that because I know who I'm dealing with on a personal level. And like, now that we're not personal in that way, like, I know where she stands at all times. So when the Awkwafina shit was happening, I was like, I kind of felt like, it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
because I felt like that shit finally landed on my doorstep. Anything else, I could kind of like, like, especially when it comes to like, let's just say white people that are like allies or whatever. I was like, bro, before I knew what the fuck an ally was, Dalton was sheltering, feeding, clothing, driving, mentoring, every ing you can think of. So I don't even know what y'all are talking about when it comes to that shit. But the Asian community thing coming in when it did, especially because when the Latina community came in about the homegirl that was on the show about the hotel and she got pregnant by her hotel boss. I can't remember that. And then she came out, because niggas give me heebie-jeebies.
Oh, you talking about...
I don't know her name.
Yeah,
yeah. That thing was kind of... That was a little bit more... Because we didn't caught you slipping a few times.
Yeah, you talking about... It's Jane the Virgin.
Gina Rodriguez. Yeah. Which I like the show. I love the show. I love her as an actress. She's a beautiful woman. All that shit. But... can't just say because niggas give me heebie-jeebies and think you finna. And then like Black Panther came out and she was like,
oh yeah, that was the big one.
That was huge.
That was a big one.
You know what I'm saying? When she
very bad timing.
She was like, I mean, that shit cool, but what about us type shit? Like, bitch, it took us 1,000 years to get to this point. Like,
I think what made
gotta wait your turn.
What made all of that stuff worse was because I think her like responses were very
I'm Afro Latina.
Like she never really apologized. She was basically
she had her guard up the whole time.
She was like trying to just be like, oh no, I just want to do. Like basically like she was just like not, she
didn't take accountability.
No, she was just like, boom, it is what it is.
I'm a firm believer, in which we're going to talk about this later when it comes to Fat Joe and Ja Rule and their verses, because that matters.
Yeah, it does.
I'm a firm believer is not where you're from, is where you're going.
Yeah.
When it comes to certain ethnicities, right? Mm-hmm. So that Brian guy, the Asian guy that was rapping on like the OG Mako type beats back in, when
Rich Brian.
Mm-hmm. I said, I fucked his name up. But that thing, I talked to Winter about it.
Yeah, because his original name was, what I think was Rich Chiga or something like that.
Yeah.
And then when people were like, "We don't like this," he was like, "Cool, I'll change it." And then he changed it.
He was a bit more divisive at first.
Yes, but he was also very young.
He was very young,
and he was an immigrant to this country. Yeah.
So that whole when me and her talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to use her as a point of reference for all things Asian or whatever, but this is where I got my information from. The source.
Yeah, I got you.
So when we briefly, because she told me that shit was wrong. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what this nigga is. I didn't listen to any of his music. I didn't know. She was like, "You heard this guy?" I was like, "No."
Yeah. And
she was like, "Well, he's doing this, and that's wrong." And I was like, "Bet." Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, the Aquafina thing, I want to get back to that because I didn't know he was an immigrant. You just told me that. I thought he was a privileged kid because most like Vietnamese, Asian American, Japanese, whatever you want to call it, they got money. They're not living in Arlington, they living in Mansfield and shit. Like their house is a little bit bigger, the grass is a little bit greener. But the Aquafina thing, I was like, oh, wait, she's from New York.
Like, yeah, legit, yeah.
This is different, okay? The same, and it's going to sound wild, right? Like, as if you know who I am as far as half of this podcast, the other half of the StepBrothers podcast, all my friends we're in an ethnic, help me, say it.
What are you trying to say?
Ethnic.
I know you're trying to say ethnicity.
We're an ethnic group.
Yes, there you go. I'm sorry.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I done broke down all our demographics. You know what it is. We no new friends. We here. Not no new friends, but we here. We solidified in what this group is. Anybody Dalton trust, I trust. Because I already know if you fucking with Dalton, you a stand-up guy type shit. You know what I'm saying? and vice versa for everybody in the group. So we never had to question that shit about us. And, you know what I'm saying? Dalton, Justin in particular, if we talking about white people, you know what I'm saying? They ain't never did or said no foul shit when it comes to like appropriating our culture. They are 100% authentic, right? So I had to think about who they grew up around and who they saw and what they were into. And they still didn't take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Again, let me just say this for the people that are listening. Dalton's favorite rapper is a nigga that's named Black Thought. Like, I don't know how much more you want this nigga to be on our side. Like, it's not 21 Savage or, you know what I'm saying, 3-6 Mafia. It's a nigga named Black Thought.
And
everything.
And Jay-Z.
And Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Of course. That goes without saying. But everything Black Thought thinks or raps, it has something to do with the thought of being black. So there's no escaping this shit. Okay? That's his favorite rapper. He told me to listen to The Roots back when my Dougie was out. And you know I wasn't doing that because I'm an ignorant ass nigga. Let me say I said that.
This motherfucker said, I ain't trying to think right now.
Yeah, I'm not trying to think, nigga.
The
same way. I'm not trying to read, nigga. Are you crazy? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Now Chris is listening to audiobooks. It's crazy.
All that. I have changed. I've grown. I've progressed. I'm not digress. So the Aquafina thing, she's from New York. You got to think about that melting pot that New York is, that culture, who she's around, what she's coming with. I don't know if she's ever said nigga or not in her life. I don't know. But I do know that where she grew up and how she probably grew up, she was surrounded by that. So I can understand why her energy and her tone and delivery is that of a black woman. I can get that from being from New York. I can get that. Now, and they also bash her because she was able to capitalize off it. When black women were not able to capitalize off of it.
Because a lot of times what happens is whenever that does happen, people are watching it.
Yeah, and they pass up on the opportunity.
No, then all of a sudden that disappears once they make it.
Right. They don't stay nigga.
So then it's like, hi, I'm Aquafina.
Yeah.
You're like, where the fuck did this come from?
Media training. The same way niggas get media training.
So, but I think another great example is Machine Gun Kelly. He used rap to get into the game, and now he's doing like fucking punk shit, dressing fucking crazy and shit.
Well, I don't, but it's less.
But when
effect. But see, the same way people try to criticize Eminem his whole career, he's never changed.
No, Eminem's made the same music for years.
And he's dressed the same. He wore Jordans.
Yeah.
Air Force Ones. He used to wear do-rags.
And he always has a gray zip-up jacket for some reason.
You know what I'm saying? Well, he's comfortable in.
But, you know
why, though? The gray jacket, it's either going to be gray or black because the dollar store sells gray or black zip-up hoodies, and they're like $5. Yeah,
but I mean,
I used to wear those. I was very privileged, so I don't know why I was wearing that shit. I could have been wearing.
I think the craziest thing you go back and listen to about Eminem is just when him said, "Have you been hated against, discriminated against? I have," and you're like, bro, you probably been hated against, but discriminated against.
But the time he put that album out, niggas was up. We was up at that time.
But I knew what he meant. But it's funny when you go back and listen to it because we were all singing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, I have no beef with Eminem.
I don't have any beef with Eminem either. It's either you gonna make a song I can listen to or not. That's it for me. Like as far as everything else goes, whatever. Like I don't like all Adam Sandler movies that came out, but that nigga will go hoop with anybody. I respect that, and he's himself. Like
no, he will always be himself.
Yeah, like I respect
and he can
that.
Hoop. Don't sleep.
Yeah, Shaq said Shaq just said this like last night, I think.
Yeah.
Shaq said he's the truth. He's the proof. He's not NBA ready, but he'll go to any YMCA, any rec league and ball. Like he can ball. He not NBA balling level, but
he no bum.
Ball. Yeah, he no bum. So the Aquafina thing, I think I give her more of a pass than I would like the Rich Chigga guy or whatever because of where she comes from.
Yeah, I got you.
And that whole New York culture, which we talked about several times, because I've experienced it once. I don't know if you experienced it more than me. Have you been to New York more than once?
Yes.
Okay.
And I went to school with people from New York too. So
Yeah. So you know what that culture is like way more than me. But that one time was all I needed to understand that you have to be a certain type of way to make it in New York. Like not even the big time. Just to wake up the next day and go to work or school. Because everybody got a chip on their shoulder. Everybody got somewhere to be. Nobody has enough money to actually maintain their living conditions there. You got to kind of walk around like, yo, nigga, what the, not say nigga for her, but like just saying. But I get it kind of. I also get the hate. I'm not all the way invested in it as most people will make themselves out to be. So.
Well, it looks like she's here to stay for the time.
That's great. I want her to, steady income, bro. As long as you reach back and lift up one of your brothers and sisters from your community or your ethnicity, I'm here with you. Like, that's what it's all about to me. Like, just don't be the person that made it out and, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But how long we didn't talk about 41 minutes. That's a great Shang Chi, great movie. Shang Chi. Like, say it again.
Yeah, Shang Chi.
Shang Chi, great movie. As Dalton says it. I was waiting for Donnie, aka Dojo Donnie Domino, to come out and give his review because he said he was going to go see the film as well. He has not hit me back. I don't know if my Drake tapes pissed him off or he's just not coming back, or I don't know. But I'll wait for his review as well because I know with Marvel films I got to give you the benefit of the doubt because you're so involved. But I'm trying to get. He said he's a fan too. So I wanted to see what his
stuff than I do though.
Yeah, I wanted to see his side of the where he was at on that shit. Thanks.
Yeah. It'd be a good balance, sure.
Okay, here goes the moment everybody's been waiting for.
Yep. Where do you want to start?
How was your week?
It's been a big week for music. Let's just say that.
It's been probably one of the biggest weeks.
Very anticipated week for
since Kanye dropped Yeezus, Wale dropped, Mac Miller dropped, J. Cole dropped, all in that one. I think Ho dropped like a week before.
Yeah.
Since that time in music, which was like 2013, 15? 13?
No, not 13.
When did Yeezus drop? Hey, Siri. When did Yeezus drop?
Did it pop up?
It ain't saying nothing, no.
He ain't saying no. Okay, I got you.
Was it my mute? Is it on mute? Am I on mute?
Nah, it's probably because you're on Bluetooth.
That's what I'm saying. Why I ain't play?
Hush. Came out. It did come out 2013.
Okay, yeah. 2013. That was a big week,
June 18th.
Big week, big year for music, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
This has been another big week, big year, whatever you want to call it for music. The first thing that we got, I want to go in chronological order because all three of our bigs, have dropped in the capacity. Kanye put out a full-length album, an hour and 40-something minutes.
Very long.
Kendrick put out a feature with his cousin. Baby Keem is his biological blood cousin. That's why it's called Family Ties, the whole thing. And Drake has dropped Certified Lover Boy.
Okay.
This has all been in a span of Sunday of this week to Friday of this week. Yeah. All right? So let's get right into the shenanigans. Donda. Everybody knows Kanye is my favorite artist.
Yeah, and then the lead up has been pretty crazy. Selling out stadiums.
Two times in Atlanta, one time in Chicago at Soldier Field, which we talked about last weekend because we've got it since then. And actually, after we wrapped that podcast, the album that came out, because we did it that Saturday, came out that next Sunday. And I just want to say, I love the fact that certain people text me the album was out. Like, you text me like Donda's here, you send me the link. Justin put it in our group chat.
Yeah, I texted you immediately when I saw it.
I think Gabby mentioned it as well. I want to say somebody else told me it was out too, but I can't recall who it was. But that's just because they know how much I love Kanye. So, like, the fact that they took their time out to do that, I appreciate that. Like, y'all paying attention to your boy. Well, obviously, but, like, thank y'all. But Donda came out.
Yes.
And at first I was like, okay, I'm not going to listen to it until I go to work so I can give it my full attention. Because if I listen to it while I'm at home, I'm going to like make a sandwich. I'm going to go pee, probably going to watch some porn, watch HBO Max. Like, I'm not going to give it my full undivided attention.
Uh-huh.
And exes hit me up. It was like, did you listen to Donda? Because they know like how I feel about Kanye. I was like, I'm going to wait until I go to work. I'm not going to listen to it yet. But something compelled me to just listen. Matter of fact, should I go backwards to go forward?
What do you mean?
Well, because the way all that started, after we wrapped the podcast last week, as y'all know, Justin was here. Shout out to Justin and his lovely wife, Taria. They were in town for a high school reunion. And after they left, me, Dalton, and Shelby I'd already told Dalton on our way here, I was like, bro, I'm getting a tattoo today. Like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
All right.
That is true.
So me, Dalton, and his wife, after the podcast, we were looking at spots around their house, their area that I could go to. I was going to live, but Dalton was like, nah, bro, I'll just take you. And he stayed with me and everything. I didn't even need him to hold my hand this time. So, because I got my nose pierced again, I was like, nigga, hold my hand. Like, I don't give a like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. You finna hold my hand. I don't give a fuck. But the tattoo, I learned the technique to taking the pain to tattoos. And this is legit because the first time I did it, that's when I got my head tattooed. But I was so excited that I FaceTimed Dalton and I started talking. But the technique is to hold your breath for each, when if you have tattoos, they're going to go through the whole line as, they're not going to just do one line to complete a whole line. They're going to draw from the top of the design to the bottom, and then they're going to lift their hand up. And if you're getting a B, for instance, they're going to do the whole line. Then they're going to come back and do the curve, right? They're not going to stop doing that line. So when I was getting a fucking rose blossom tattooed on my head, that was a little different.
Yeah.
But I was feeling so good about it because I thought it was going to hurt more. That I was like, shit. I didn't realize what holding my breath would do. So I called Doug. I was like, yeah, nigga, this shit easy. I'm in this hoe.
And he was like, ah.
I was like, wait. I didn't feel this shit before. I don't know what it is, but holding your breath helps. If that pain hurts or the heat gets to you, whatever. So I ended up getting tattooed on my left side of my face. It's Arabic for the word 3. 3 is very dominant in my life. That's another podcast for another day. Got the tattoo. Went and did what I did that Saturday night. Dalton came back home, did what he did, whatever. The album comes out on Sunday. I'm like, yo, I'm not finna listen to it till I go to work. I ended up listening to it at the young lady's house I was at. And I'm laying in her bed by myself. Her and her friends are in the living room. This is Sunday now. We done woke up from Saturday night. All the drinking and everything else that took place. I'm in her bed by myself, listening to this album. She gave me her dad's sweatpants to wear. It was a little weird, but I was like, oh, that gets him. I'm daddy. She called me daddy.
Here we go.
I'm sorry. But anyways, I was like, yo, I'm in her bed crying on certain songs.
Sad boy hours.
Yeah, I was like, man, this album is beautiful. I'm not gonna get into like everything that I liked about it right now because like we're kind of pressed for time. But I really enjoyed Donda. I knew what I was expecting. I know Kanye. I know not to know what to expect from Kanye. Okay, if I could be completely honest, I don't know what he's gonna do. I know he's gonna change the album last minute. I know the songs that we heard on Thursday will not be the songs we heard on Friday. We've known this about Kanye since Good Fridays. Period. Known this. I was not and let me just say, as much of a Kanye stan as I am, I just want to get all the Kanye shit out of the way so we can get to Drake and then talk about Drake and Kanye like
okay.
As much as I'm a fan of Kanye, I can admit that he does not rap at the level that I believe he can anymore. I can admit that. I'm a Kanye stan. The reason why I dress the way I dress, the way I approach art and people and music the way that I do. I can say that full chested. Okay, he cannot rap the way that he once did. I understand that. I'll never take anything away from him when it comes to production, putting on a show, finding what artists to put where and how this is going to sound and textures and all that. I'll never take anything away from him on that accord. So I've been one of the people that listened to Donda more than just the initial time. I've seen a lot of people, even Don said there's certain songs he won't listen to again. Well, there's people that said, oh, I listened to Donda once, I don't need to listen to it again. There's people that said that. I listened to Donda completely at least 4 times. I can honestly say that, at least 4 times.
You let it roll, yeah.
Not skipping a song, not stopping, nothing. 4 all the way through. Donda's great for me. There's certain songs that, again, made me emotional. Jonah really made me emotional. That hook with Rory, Bory. His name is Rory. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he signed to. I don't know what he looked like. But that nigga is great. Somehow he's a hybrid of Jeremiah, but he can also spit. So I don't know who he is though. I don't know really. I don't know. But that guy's great. Whoever Rory is. Another thing Miles pointed out to me, which I didn't know, Mike Dean did not mix this album. He is solely on there as a producer, not an engineer, which 2 different things when we're talking about music. Whoever mixed this album made it the cleanest sounding, even keel sounding music Kanye has made to date. Now, this is the thing. Yeezus, Mike Dean mix. It's loud. It's in your face. It's aggressive.
Yeah.
Astro World, he mixed. It's loud. It's aggressive. It's in your face. And also contribute to production as well. But as far as mixing certain records, yes, Mike Dean did that. So that you can tell the difference now that I laid that out there for you non-musical people. Go listen to Astro World, then come back and listen to Donda. You're going to hear a cleaner mix on Donda than you would on
I don't ever want to listen
on Astro World. That's just how the cookies may crumble. Whatever. Clean, sonically, great music. Okay. Do you have anything you want to put in on Donda before we continue?
Okay. So I love Kanye as well.
I know.
I'm very big on Kanye.
Yeah.
I think it was harder for me to accept that he's not gonna make the same type of music that he used to. But
that's not all the way true because we heard the leak.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like I'm
as far as conceptual.
Yeah, I'm like he makes music a different way now.
Right.
He does different things.
Yeah.
He's definitely in a different headspace.
Right.
And then he does like all this changing now. I thought it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the album was fine. Like, it didn't blow me away, but I wasn't like, oh, that sucked. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, that's Donda. Mm-hmm. And then, the only thing I will say, it's way too fucking long. That is 100%.
I would have ended the album off of No Child Left Behind.
Like, because all those songs don't need part 2s.
No, there's like 4 songs that have part 2s.
Yeah, but either way, it's just too long for my taste.
And what's the one record? Because you said you know who the other name was, but you didn't know what that name was. The one, Junior Watanabe. Yeah, I don't. I could have.
I don't know what that means. I told Chris there's an actor named Ken Watanabe. I don't know if there's a related. But, yeah. But I was like, I don't know what that means. But there's some stuff that didn't. But there are songs on there I definitely fuck with, and I like those songs. But as far as an album, I probably won't listen to it all the way through again. I'll probably listen to
pick your favorites.
I'll listen to it, then go to the ones I like.
Right.
But it was fine. There's nothing really egregiously wrong with it. It just was like, okay. Like, it was just
everything and for everybody.
It was like, it definitely was a step up from the last one.
Which I said I don't think we gave Jesus is King is fair shit.
But I remember saying on that one the production was crazy.
Yeah, all day.
But because it was church.
I didn't like no church on Sunday at all.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it was like church.
Right.
But yeah, I get its appeal. I definitely want to see some of this shit live because I think live, like his stadium performances were crazy. So I think that's kind of the setting. And then, yeah, there was a leak that happened with Andre 3000.
Oh wait, we're gonna get to that.
Okay,
yeah, let's put a pin in that. So after we got this, piece of art
that dropped out of nowhere, like we weren't expecting it to drop.
Sunday, it came out on Sunday.
Apparently, quote unquote, was released without his knowing, but
we have a record by Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar. Goddamn.
And let me preface this by saying, I never thought Chris would be excited about this. Because Chris doesn't get excited about Kendrick stuff. So.
I heard this record. I was at work. I need to explain to y'all what happened. The song had been out at least 2 hours before I heard it.
Yeah.
I didn't go. I work at Lowe's. I work the night shift. We go on lunch at 2. First break is at 12. Lunch is 2. I don't know what. I think I was still reading The Way of the Spiritual Man at that time. Maybe I don't know why I didn't put a pin in that and when 12 dropped. But for whatever reason, 2 o'clock is lunch. I'm gonna listen to this record. I sat down at the table, put the record on, Apple Music, cut me a check, cut us a check. And I just start bobbing my head. I'm like, fuck that bit, fuck that bit, fuck that bit, oh that bit. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's 2 a.m. I don't need to get this electrified. You know what I'm saying? Doing struggle is the bird. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I ain't never seen a motherfucking nigga in this bird. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Then I just nigga said niggas tippy-toeing through the progress. I said, let me start this record. Let me start this motherfucking record over, okay? I was like, because let me tell you why I'm so excited. I lost faith in Baby Keem at a certain point. I did. Let me tell you why. The summer, not the summer. It was a little bit before I put out my album, You Must Take Me for a Joke. I was chilling with Ryan damn near every day. He was my he was my personal trainer. I can say that. I just didn't have to pay him. I paid him in friendship.
He's gonna hate that.
But y'all niggas can't pull the same card with Ryan the way that I do. That's why I paid him in friendship. We chilled every day. Like Ryan finally got to feel what it felt like for me coming up. I wasn't working. I ain't had no money. So he saw me struggling through all that. He also saw me trying to become a better person through all that. Y'all not finna get the same type of relationship. If you need a trainer, you gonna have to drop a bag on my nigga. You heard? So Ryan, again, I've said this at least 2 times on the podcast. I'm finna say it for a 3rd time. I feel like Ryan could be an A&R in this music industry simply because he's always listening to new music. A lot of people get stuck in listening to who they like, their favorites, who their favorites collaborate with. But when an up-and-coming artist or a nigga that got some buzz in goddamn bumfuck Minnesota, Ryan's going to know about them. Yeah. That's just who he is. I don't know how he find out. I don't know if it's because of his age or what. But that's just who he is.
He's just open to
he's open to trying new things.
Always, yeah.
That's an A&R. Okay? That's what we need in this industry. Hello. So he put me on Baby Keem a while ago. I might even say Zach might have played some songs before I knew it was Baby Keem. Mm-hmm. But Ryan was the one who said, hey, this is Baby Keem. He got an album called Die For My Bitch. I said, you know how I am with new artists. I feel like every new artist is on the same level as me. There's nothing they could do that I can't do. Right? I seen that album cover for Die To My Bitch. I said,
I remember this.
oh shit, this nigga might be somebody.
I remember this.
Off the cover alone.
Yeah.
That cover was so fire to me. And you got bitches jumping you in like a parking lot or whatever. I was like,
yeah, I remember you posted it.
It's black and white. Like, you got a box? That's the only part of the hair that I grow. My hair, I was like, this nigga might be me. Like, okay. And I started listening to the album, the beat switches and the flows and this and that. And I was like, bro, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, where'd he come from?
Kendrick cousin.
But that wasn't even evident at first.
Right.
Well, especially when I started listening, nobody knew he was his cousin.
That's smart.
It was extremely smart on his behalf. So I was like, Baby Keem sound like Kendrick. Then the first thing I ever saw about him and Kendrick was Baby Keem, Kendrick's ghostwriter. I was like, wait, this nigga ghostwriter for Kendrick? Can I break the fourth wall or the camera? This nigga writing for Kendrick. Why am I recording music? Like, let me stop. Like, there's niggas out here like that exist.
Yeah,
you understand me?
Ghostwriter for Kendrick.
That's like when Captain America found out like Cyclops exist or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who feels like who's a better leader of their team, but I'm just saying, like, imagine thinking you're a great leader, and then you run into another leader like Cyclops. Like, that got to do something to you, right?
Captain America probably was like, this little bitch.
Probably.
Cyclops sucks.
All he got is the beam. You're right.
Cyclops sucks.
I Jason from Power Rangers, nigga, when Tommy came. I don't know. But
no, he was shook.
I was shook for him. Okay. If we have a Power Rangers breakdown, I'm definitely finna shit all over that shit. But the rumors weren't true, but just the notion, the thought, and they were like, oh, because their styles are so similar, he got to be. But then come to find out they're cousins. Then come to find out Kendrick is leaving TDE. And he started this label called, or this group called PG Lane, which is more of a management company. Yeah. Than a label. What your Rock Nation is. Which Rock Nation has artists that are solely signed to Rock Nation, but is more of a management company. Yep. The same thing PG Lang is. And you got Baby Keem for show. Dave Free, who is like the creative director. And then you got homegirl, who Drake was in love with, London, light skin, Georgia Smith, who was part of it some way, somehow. So now we're like, okay, there's too much going on. And Baby King got writing credits on the Beyonce Lion King album, the Black Panther album. Like, this nigga's everywhere. So it's like, okay, this is cool. I like it. This record, Family Ties, comes out, and it just reminds me of why I love rapping, and that there's more to like there's different, not rapping in the sense of like making money and all that shit, but
talk about rapping
ability.
Yeah.
There's more levels to ability.
It's a good point. That's why rap is so fascinating, because the instrument is the voice,
right?
And then how you literally, like, you have a beat, and then if I hear it and you hear it, we gonna rap two different ways. Right. And that's always been fascinating to me. Right. And especially how you find different pockets. That's why Future does really well. Right. Because Future does stuff that you're like, right, why did he do that? But you're like, I like it. Mystical was like, right, at the time, so Tashaka. Yeah, they were like, bro, why is this hard? I don't even know why I like this shit. Right. It's the creativity that goes behind it. So that's why it's always the shit you don't see. Yeah. Is why you like the record. And which causes you to try to figure out, why do I like it? Like, I don't see what's happening. I don't see the trick. That's hip hop for you. You know what I'm saying? So that Baby Keem record with featuring Kendrick, both of them spaz, the man. The beat changes insane 3 times. Yeah. Baby Keem, and I'll even take it a step further. Like, not knowing anything about Baby Keem. Like, I don't know if you like hot Cheetos or hot Fritos. Like, I don't know anything about this guy other than he's Kendrick's cousin. He produces, and he's a great rapper. I had to go through
and do my due diligence on this guy. I looked up his interviews. I only seen one pop up. He had an interview with Nadeska, who used to moderate the Everyday Struggle, Joe Budden and Academics. What caught me off guard, off the rip, was his face.
Okay.
Like, as soon as because I've seen pictures and shit, but I ain't, seeing a video is different. You get to see, like, I was like, and swear to God, no disrespect, this is what actually made me more intrigued. I was like, this nigga got Down syndrome? Or like, no. Because on Baby Keem is also featured on the Donda album. Baby Keem had the best week in hip hop until Andre 3000 in that leak, in my opinion.
Okay.
Baby Keem's verse on Donda, please give me 1 second to get to this record because I want to actually look up the record. Because mind you, I listened to Donda, listened to Family Ties, then I tried to find out the interviews. So this is why I said that, right? Let me get to it. That song he's on is goddamn. He is on Praise God. You ain't got the joint. I just want this. Oh, I'm on the Wi-Fi. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second.
We can't play it.
Nah, you good. I'm not gonna play it. So there's a line. He said
he's reading it.
I'm trying to find shows about it, the boom, about it, the boom, about it, the bing. I need a new girl. My old was mean. That shit resonated with me like no other. I need a new girl. My old one was mean. Yes, I know what you mean. But he said, I'm trying to find it. Used to throw out my uncle's spaghetti. Been told since before I was ready. Back when my mama told me that I was challenged. That line stuck out to me. Even before I went to the interview. So when I went to the interview, if I could say this without, like, I swear, I'm not trying to disrespect him. His aura gives me a gentle giant. So it reminds me of like Lenny from A Mice and Men.
Oh, okay.
In a sense, like when I watched that interview, that's what I felt like I was seeing. Like his mama said he was challenged. His mom told him that, and he said, "Let me continue just to let y'all know he's not." But that's what I got. He said, "God damn." I missed it. But basically he said, a single black woman, you know that she petty. That was the next line. So, you know, you just like your daddy or whatever, if your daddy not around, whatever the case may be. Watch the interview. That was the first thing I thought. Then I was like, man, this guy's super humble because he was like, man, when I was studying, I read and watched your interviews. And it just helped me prepare to get to the place I am. So I'm super nervous too to be here speaking to you because I actually paid attention to your work. And I was like, oh, this nigga different. This nigga different. I would never be like that. Especially if I rap like that. I'd be like, bitch, you know why I'm here. You know, but he was that intrigued me to him even more. Which I don't think Baby Keem should oversaturate himself as far as interviews go. But I definitely think just let these niggas get a little bit more of who you are is outside of the music. Because once they realize that you actually practice and you actually care, they're going to appreciate you so much more. A lot of people don't want to see the magic, right? That's why a lot of people, when they see David Blaine or whatever, they're like, it's fake magic, but he's still doing feats that you can't explain.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Even that video when he showed Kanye and Will Smith, how he stuck the shit through his hand, but it wasn't. He showed them the trick. They still don't understand.
Yeah, it's because it's not.
It's a sleight of hands. It's fairy dust. It's fugazi, whatever homie said in Wolf of Wall Street. So yeah, long story. And Kendrick, I mean, we know who Kendrick is. We know what he do. He should have that okay brother rhyme scheme was definitely it made
Okay, brother.
Yeah. It was like, oh, tripping, my mental is amazing, brother. Pop out only on occasion, brother. Rich nigga never got occasion, brother. Brother. Like that whole thing, I was like, I'm blown away. It definitely showed again. I had not even Kanye's album made me feel like sonically. Kanye's album made me feel like there's more levels to reach.
Yeah.
But Baby Keem and Kendrick alone made me feel like there's more flows to discover. There's new rhyme schemes. There's new ways to push it together. That's what got me so hyped. I even told Miles, the beat was cool. Please don't get me wrong. It was nothing to gasp over, because I got to listen to both because I do both. It wasn't nothing crazy to me. I was just like, bro, I'm like this rapping, them rapping on this shit is.
It was enough, right?
It was like, it was so incredible to me. And the last line Baby Keem says is so important, so pivotal to our next topic. I got to say it.
Okay, perfect. Segue.
He says, number 2, because Kendrick's whole catchphrase to his verse is, I'm smoking on top 5. If you don't know what that means, it means your top 5 and whoever you think is top 5, Lil Baby, Da Baby, Jay-Z, Kanye, Tyler the Creator, whoever your top 5 is, he's smoking them. Meaning like they a pack. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I can smoke this and be fine after I'm done. Kendrick said he's smoking on top 5. So Baby Keem, the last line of the song says number 2. Whoever's number 2 in that top 5, we know who number 1 is. It's K-Dot. It's Kendrick. So whoever is number 2, y'all take a wild guess before I segue. He said number 2 DMing my bitch. That's cool. I don't ask why. And the song goes off. That's the last line he says. And that just was like what's happening? What's this cliffhanger you left me with? Who's number 2? Who's in the top 5? Who is your girlfriend? Like
all these questions. Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Right. Yeah. I took it to Twitter. I said, yo, song's amazing. But who's number 2? Who's DMing Baby Keem's old lady? Do you anybody want to take a guess out there in podcast land? Anybody? Do you want to take a guess?
I know the answer, Chris.
What's the answer?
Is it Drake?
Is it?
Is it Drake?
Do we have a ding, ding, ding?
Yeah.
That's Brother Star.
Well, that's as close as we gonna get. That's as close as we gonna get.
Yeah,
Goddamn. That's the ding, ding, ding. I think it was Drake DMing. I took it a step further because
sounds like some shit Drake would do,
bro. What? And then but who else would you consider number 2? Like, not J. Cole. He's happily.
Yeah, because I can't see J. Cole DMing like, what's up, girl?
Yeah, let me slide.
Yeah,
in that.
because he would just feel yuck doing that.
Yeah, and I also feel like the girl would feel like yuck if he did it.
I would be confused. Like, is this really J. Cole?
Yeah,
like,
that nigga ain't got no. That nigga ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
J. Cole chilling.
Yeah, facts. And it can't be Kendrick, right? Because he's happily.
And he
which Kendrick also like divulged that he has a daughter.
Yeah.
But all these other niggas his sons, of course.
But yeah, I can't think of anybody else but Drake, man.
I can't think of anybody else but Drake either. And for King, that was on King's back.
Yeah.
Kendrick didn't say that. So King must know that he has to have the confidence of Rocky. The second time I mentioned that today. The first time we don't have to talk about because I definitely got slaughtered. But King got to know nobody can fuck with him in order to step up to the challenge like that. Call somebody a number 2. You're not number 1.
You're second to my cousin.
And you're DMing my bitch, but my bitch let me know you're the guy, you're light skinned, you got the wavy hair, all the cars, the cribs, everybody loves you, but my bitch don't see you like how you see yourself, nigga. She don't see that. She like me and my autistic face.
Well, Drake is a certified lover boy. So, okay.
Hold on. Liquor rewrite of gunshot means forward. It's a rewrite. I got it.
Okay, so this album was supposed to come out a long time ago.
January.
Yeah.
Even before that, Dalton, you have to start with the trailer. Let them know what that trailer did for you. Don't let me say, I don't want to say nothing. Let them know what you thought you was finna get from that trailer.
Yeah, I remember on Twitter, this video dropped, and it was like, I forgot what the caption was. It was like some season coming, right, or something.
So whatever. It don't matter what it said.
But it was black and white.
Yeah. No, the video was in black and white. It was in color. He recreated all his album covers.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's correct.
Yes.
And it definitely had like a vibe to it, right? Like you were like,
made me feel like
I felt like the wind up was coming. Like I was like, oh, he making the one.
He making the one.
I was like, he about to make the rap one. Like
like nigga, I'm finna kill everything.
I'm about to talk shit one. And that
I'm the greatest.
That's what I wanted
of this time.
And I've said it numerous times. That's the Drake I like. That's why I like If You're Reading This, It's Too Late.
Right.
Because that's the braggadocious, I don't give a fuck Drake. So I was like, boom. And so then nothing happened. And everybody was like, okay. Then he dropped that Dark Lanes demo.
Yeah. And bunch of Lucy's.
And I like
some records on there.
And I like the one like
and we rolling. I love Deep Pockets.
Then the fucking
love Deep Pockets.
Okay.
Yeah, this is about to happen next. Okay. Yeah.
So I liked all that shit.
Yeah.
So we rolling. We in here. Okay. It's not out yet, but
and Laugh Now, Cry Later. Don't forget about that one.
Yeah.
That was a nice record.
So we get all that, right? And we're like, okay, he's definitely winding up to something, but nothing ever happens.
Right.
And then we get a nugget of what the album title is, which is Certified Lover Boy.
Certified Lover. So then
he cuts the heart into his hair.
So then we like, oh, this nigga he probably finna take it there. You know, Pusha T just not ruin, but shed light on the relationship between his mother and his father. And even though he did that, this is from the outside perspective looking in. So maybe he's going to come through and say, this is why I am the way that I am because of these things. I am a lover boy. I love too hard. I get too much. But in doing all that, I always end up getting my heart broken because I love too fast.
This is why I'm a simp.
Bingo.
I need all that. So, we're sitting here and then nothing ever happens.
Nothing happens.
So
from January to September.
Yeah. So and then we're all just sitting here waiting for it, and then the Kanye stuff happens.
Donda.
Then the conversations.
Donda.
The conversations start heating up about the album. We're getting more information.
Right.
And we're like,
he dropped billboards,
and we're like, okay, are they gonna drop the same day? That was the first conversation.
That's what it was supposed to be.
Right. So.
But
then there's friction. That's something else that's happening. But so we're thinking nothing. But then we don't get no concrete. There's no singles. There's nothing.
I tweeted that.
Yeah. So Chris was like, "There's no singles. What does that mean?"
Right.
And then this is where I knew things were about to go left.
Okay.
He dropped this fucking cover.
Oh my God.
No lie, it's the worst cover I've ever seen.
Ever.
And it's worse than No Limit covers. And those are terrible.
Okay, explain to me. Look, we can't just say shit's bad without giving a reason. Tell me why it's bad.
It is the laziest thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's a white square with every single mom emoji.
Every ethnicity of a mom emoji, yes.
In 4 rows.
And they're pregnant.
The laziest cover I've ever seen.
Now, there is an actual artist who had a white square with different colored dots on it. He went back and made that cover. So that is an actual art piece that exists. A person made that. That's not like we asked Steph, shout out to Steph, to make a cover for my album. That's an actual somebody thought process that album cover. The original artwork is dots, literal dots.
I would have took the dots.
I would have took the dots too.
I think that'd be more abstract.
I would have took the dots. At least I don't know what to expect.
Because the emojis.
At least I have no expectations.
I'm sorry to the art, but the emojis made it cheesy to me. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
You know why the emojis made it cheesy?
And then if you open up Apple Music, they like their eyes open and close.
Yeah,
and shit.
which was I thought I was tripping. I was on like 600 milligrams of caffeine that night.
Like, oh shit!
Yeah, I thought I was tripping.
No, it's real.
It's real.
Apple Music has the active album covers.
Yeah, which is dope. It's dope. It's dope. But it's cheesy because emojis have been, in a sense, they're not played out. Emojis always are going to express whatever.
Especially the laughing face.
Yeah, we had to use the purple thing to resemble a dick for some reason.
Eggplant.
And we see how big eggplants is, and we had, maybe now y'all should make a cucumber, Apple. For
they
niggas,
know better.
Yeah, for niggas who actually
better.
ain't swinging out the goddamn bar. But emojis are on people's clothes now. You know what I'm saying? Like the hunted and the flames.
They had an emoji
shit.
movie.
It's just corny. I can see in a world I have to Dr. Umar this shit because I'm finna break down this nigga shit. Okay. I can see in a world where that emoji cover works for people.
Look, I'm sure people like it.
I can see that.
But that was the moment I saw the cover and then I looked at the title again. I'm like, that's when I before I even listened to it, I was like, this album is not going to be
what you thought it was going to be.
I was like, this album is not going to be for me.
That's a fact.
I can tell you that right now. This album is going to be for the ladies. It's not going to be for me.
I don't even think it was for the ladies.
But from what I see though,
yeah,
the ladies are the ones responding to it. From what I see on my feed,
right.
And then the corny dudes, but
extremely corny.
And
can I just say, shame on you niggas, man. Can I just say that? This is no offense to like my people that I consider like, whatever, friends, acquaintances, casual joke around with on Twitter people. Y'all can't be this corny in real life, fam. Y'all can't be. There's no way. And mind you, this is one thing I need people to understand about my Twitter feed in particular. I only truly interact with people who are in the business.
Yeah.
Who make music, even if they not like critically acclaimed or anything, like ground level. We all follow each other for some particular reason. Mm-hmm. It's either music, fashion, art, something.
Yeah.
So when we talking, I'm viewing our relationship based on the fact that we are grounded in, we both see art in a similar way. It'll never be the same.
Yeah.
But in similar. We could tell when a nigga is putting his best foot forward. We could tell when a nigga's not. We can tell when a nigga's using FL or Logic, or what's the other one? Logic is the other one, right?
It was Reason. Yeah.
Whatever. We can tell. So like we're having intelligent is what I'm saying. And not by dumb. I'm not calling anybody dumb by saying intelligent. I'm saying you're in the know about the subject that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And if we're not, we're going to educate each other because we care about this craft. Okay? That is what pissed me off about this album.
Okay, so
it ain't got nothing to do with Drake. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that I recognize that he's making this music for it to be fun. It's the fact that people that I consider to be savants in this game, not the highest of the high, not people that's getting $50,000 paychecks, but the people that I look at as like, yo, nobody can play the piano like Tuesday. Nobody can flip a sample like Donnie. Nobody can make just a beat like Miles. Nobody can rap like Coach Tev. Nobody can put a song together like John Doe. Nobody can write a hook like Midas. Nobody can do trap thug, real life shit better than Creeps. Nobody can speak from the soul of an integral place like Blaze. Like, I'm talking about my peers. And when I see that my peers all are falling in line with this no. I love Drake, bro. I love Drake just as much as the next man. But when I see that niggas is falling in line with this bullshit, I'm like, oh, none of y'all care. Or maybe it's not that y'all care. Maybe y'all all want to reach this status when you don't have to care. You can just make money and be good off your art, not really caring about the integrity, which it can't be the case. It can't be the case. It can't be the case. Tuesday makes flips. He made a flip today. Shout out to Beyonce, Queen B. Today's her birthday, September 4th. You heard? We're going to talk about her to close out the pod. It can't be Tuesday who is musically inclined and can flip piano because it's easily to digest. Oh, nigga, no. Your chord progressions aren't easily to digest, nigga.
Is that what he said?
No, but I imagine that's why he feels like the music is okay because the bitches like it. You know what I'm saying? And Tuesday, I'm sorry, I love you, baby boy. I love you. I love you. Even Celebrity, who I poke fun of him every day, and we joke and we've made up since that I Hate All White People podcast I did or whatever. but I'm just saying, man, my knees fucking bleeding. But I'm just saying, bro. I picked a scab. But I'm just saying, bro, there's people that I was like thinking that heard the same shit I heard and was like, I'm not saying the music is bad. If you give this album to me, this is my best album ever. You give this album to Drake, this is his laziest album ever. There's a difference. This is Drake in the gym with NBA players just throwing up shots, not expecting them to fall in, just going through the motions because this is what we're here to do. We're practicing. I
take it you did not like the album.
And you know what made me realize that I hated this album? And I hate to say this like this, but the two women that I have truly ever given my heart to that know me, know how I feel about music. Mm-hmm. When they both agreed with me, there was two different women. I'm no longer seeing, no longer dating, no longer having any interactions with other than talking about, passive shit throughout the day. Oh, what you think about CLB? Wasn't it? Yo, what you think about CLB? I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
You're like, whoa, shit.
Y'all they're active in these COVID streets.
Yeah.
They're going out. They throwing ass. They pulling bitches and niggas. This is me we're talking about, huh? But when it comes to music, all that bravado goes out the window. When it comes to art, all that bravado goes out the window. It don't matter if I cheated on you 86 times. I'm saying that to say they know when it comes to music. Yeah, this is the only thing true about me.
Yeah, no, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
So, just to be clear on here,
we did not like that.
I didn't like it either.
I had to get that out.
Yeah, no, I got you. But
I had to.
I didn't like the album either. This is my face half the time. I was like,
yeah, that lesbian line. Look, and I hope these women don't hear this podcast and call me and talk about why'd you put all my business out there, but nobody know who they are. But they know who they are, so nobody knows who y'all are because I say y'all nigga. Both these women are bisexual. Well, one's full on.
Yeah.
The other one's bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. I can stamp that. Okay. Stamp that. Green card.
Okay.
Passport.
What does this have to do with it?
That lesbian line.
Oh, the lesbian line. Okay.
Rubbed everybody the wrong way. Yeah. Even full-blown lesbians,
talking
bro.
About the
you say you're a lesbian, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, me too. Like,
this is where I knew I saw the cover. I was like, hate it, but I was like, I'm gonna listen to it. It's Drake.
It's
like,
Drake. You got to.
I mean, because. And I talk about him all the time. I don't really like all the singing shit, but
right.
Drake does what Drake does. I can't, and I already said it. Drake's the biggest artist in the world. I've already stamped that.
Bigger than Ye, bigger than Jay.
I've already stamped it.
Facts.
But when I turn on the first song, what do I hear? I hear a fucking Masego song being looped. Literally, Masego Navajo is the first part of Champagne Party.
Yeah.
And it's just looped. Like, it doesn't ever do anything else. It just loops the first part of Navajo. Then I showed it to Chris. I was like, Chris, this is literally the song. I showed it to Chris, and he was like, yeah, that's it. Didn't even change it. Now, I'm happy for Masego. Don't get me wrong, getting the bag, because I'm sure he's getting paid.
It's champagne poetry, not party.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I just wanted to...
Didn't want to disrespect the song that I don't like. But, yeah, it's just Navajo. But you know what? As Quagmire said on fucking Family Guy, you know, even after all that, I could forgive it. But he did the most egregious shit he could have done, especially as a Texan. He sampled Get Throwed by Bun B is sampled.
Pimp C, Jay-Z, Zero, Young Jeezy. Let's talk about everybody that was on that record.
Get Throwed. I'm from Texas. This is a fucking anthem here.
I'm from Texas, bitch.
He sampled it. Okay, I'm cool with that.
Right.
I'm like, I was excited.
I'm expecting more.
The song features Future.
I'm expecting more.
Now I'm interested.
Yeah.
Then
first you have my attention. Now I'm interested.
So
you heard?
So, and it's soft. It's like really soft, and I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting for the drop. Right? I wait for the drop to happen, Chris.
Yeah, I'm here. Nigga, celebrity went to my Instagram and saw the chicken. He's like, he's seasoned chicken with gloves on.
Why am I now part of this?
Hey, now that's out of my hand at this point. I didn't that I was asking for. But back to Drake.
I have a thing with things on my hands, man.
Get throat. That's where we
So
at.
I'm waiting for the drop.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, tell me when this drop happens.
Never.
Exactly. so we wait for this fucking song to drop
with
this dung 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 dung.
Which is a great riff.
Yes.
Beautiful riff.
That's why I was like, oh, this shit gonna be hard.
Yeah.
It never comes.
And
then guess what he does on this shit?
Drink a whole bottle of wine this
fucking
podcast.
Sings on it. Sickening. Egregious.
Most egregious shit I heard in 2021. Man.
I was literally
and they
heated.
told me COVID got a Delta virus, bro. A Delta variant. But that wasn't even egregious.
I was hot from that. That made me mad. Because especially after I was going through songs like, oh, these are not that great.
Yeah, every song was like.
I like the Way Too Sexy flip. Because that was a random song to sample. I was like, I can live with that one.
Yeah.
And then that happens. I'm like, oh, now you done fucked up. You done made me angry. Because you don't fuck with Get Thrown, bro.
You don't want to see a white man. Hey, Drake, your best bet is to forgive 40 for divulging that information that Pusha T got a hold of and get him back making your beats, bro. Because whatever the fuck you got going on, bro. Look, I hate to. I want to say this with as much integrity and like carefulness as I can, but I have an insider in the industry, bro. We both have an insider.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
we have multiple insiders.
Yeah, don't look at me like I don't know.
I don't want him to think that I'm going back and telling all of our secrets or whatever. But this piece of information that I got is extremely important.
Okay.
I am friends with a producer who is friends with producers that produce for Drake.
Yeah, and other folks, but yeah.
And other folks, obviously. This is a group chat we're talking about, not just 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
This is a group chat.
Yes.
So my friend tells me on Wednesday night. Yo, the producers don't even know what songs are finna be on this album.
Ugh. Yeah.
That's Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen.
Album comes out on Friday. Yeah.
Album comes out Friday. Wednesday night. So me being naive, because I want y'all to know something about me. I haven't had that many, like, in the industry things I had to do. I had like maybe 3, at the most 4. So in my mind, if these niggas ain't even get paperwork yet, because the song will get made, but before the song goes out,
yeah,
we are signing paperwork.
Yeah.
With any corporate, that's WWE, that's with Blue Dream, with Wale, that's with Motown, with Chaz, with whatever I have done as far as production for these niggas. We signed the paperwork before the album comes out. Okay? I'm getting a check before the album comes out. Then with my publishing, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm getting my back end.
Yep.
Y'all listen to that song 7 million times. I'm getting a penny on the dollar. Not a penny. That sounds really bad. But I'm getting maybe 5 pennies. I'm maybe getting 5 pennies on the dollar to every 7 million streams. Whatever, right? But the fact of the matter still remains. When my source tells me that the producers don't even know if their song is going to be on the album, that on a Wednesday, I don't know when they had the conversation, but I was told on a Wednesday. So in my mind, nobody knows shit. The album coming out on Friday. Technically, no. Yeah, Friday. It's Friday because I'm thinking about the time, but it's Friday, 2 a.m. Not even 12, like when normal albums drop. So I'm like, that's not good. Mind you, Dalton already mentioned that Drake ain't even got a single out yet. This is weird for Drake. He's the biggest artist in the world. You don't have a fucking single? There's artists that ain't even got an album that's finna drop a single. Cardi done did it with the WAP. Naomi did it with the like there are people dropping singles without an album for sure. But dropping the album without a single, I don't know.
I was saying maybe he was just doing it so we go fresh.
And that was the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
But when my source told me that, and I heard it in his voice, I heard it in the vocal box, I was like, this ain't good. Then I want to tell you something else. I'm so glad that I love my source, bro. I love my source like my mother birthed him. He said, from what one of the other producers have heard so far, it was predominantly rapping on the album. Mind you, this is Wednesday, so I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
He said this is predominantly rapping on this album. Mm. I said, well, I mean, maybe. He's like, nah, fam. Nah. I don't want a predominantly rapping out. You know who my source is. Yeah. So he's like, I don't want a predominantly.
We're the opposite, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want a predominantly rapping album from that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga make jungle. like what you mean? It's certified lover boy, right? I'm like, yeah, you right, bro. What can a nigga really rap about love? I mean, unless it's LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Get the album. And I was about to divulge my information on Twitter today. I didn't because I didn't want, again, I want my source to keep feeding me the shit I don't know. Okay? I don't want to put him in a bad predicament. But that album just wasn't it, bruh. Like, in all honesty and all fairness, and it's not because the songs are bad. I, being a Drake fan since at least what's the picture with the when he wearing the pea coat in the
comeback season.
It's just at least comeback season, man. I just wanted I expected something from this guy. And I gave him a pass with Scorpion, and I gave him a pass with Views because the beef that has come his way from even guys that I love, Pusha T, Kanye, the Meek Mill thing, even though that shit has happened, I gave him a pass and was like, I understand you might not have been as focused. You got to worry about niggas coming
but see,
for that.
Even with those projects, even if you don't like the whole thing, there was something for everybody on there.
Yeah.
Like,
there's something for everybody on this album from what Twitter says, but
what I'm saying is, like, on Views, do I like the whole album? No, but there's definitely some joints on there. Control is on there, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hotline Bling is on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All that's on there.
The song Views. The joint that Majid Jordan did.
Feel No Ways is on there.
Feel No.
Like, there's some shit on there, right? Like, and then
I should be downtown dipping on the way to you. Come on, man.
So, this one just seemed like it. Like Chris said, it just seemed just kind of like, like just
it
put it
seemed
out.
like he just threw it out. What I personally think, he knew that Kanye shit was extremely heavy, so he was like, let me not even do anything remotely close to heavy. Let me just have fun, because everybody's going to vibe with a fun album more than they're going to vibe with the heavy album. He had, because Drake is a phenomenal artist. That nigga had over 100, maybe 200 songs recorded for this Certified Lover Boy. That's not the songs.
And this album's doing numbers. This album's gonna do incredible.
Of course.
Like, let's get that out the way.
Making the songs is not the issue.
Yeah.
It's never the problem. It's how are we going to make all this go together? That's the problem. How do we narrow 200 songs down to 21 songs, right? That's the issue. Drake had every single song that he's up until a certain point in time, which I say last week, Drake was recording for this album. Bet your bottom dollar. You heard it from here first if you ain't here second. He was recording up until last week for this album. And you could just tell he didn't care. I told all my homies, it feels like somebody that Drake probably was in a big ass room. Like, one room is the size of Dalton's whole apartment. And Dalton, and not Dalton, you might have been there, I don't know. But somebody tapped Drake on the shoulder while he was sipping some expensive wine. It was like, hey, bro, you know you still rap, right? And Drake was like, oh, shit, I do still rap. Let's finish these songs I've just been bullshitting with. And I'm going to put it on the app. That's exactly what happened. That's why I'm angry. All my contemporaries that I named earlier, y'all were against me. That's why I had to name drop y'all. But other than that, where we at, Dalton? What's the time?
Hour 42.
We had an hour 42. There was something else I was going to mention. Oh, the last thing. So Drake has his OVO radio shit last night after the album drop. Of course, you're going to celebrate on Sirius XM, Apple Music, whatever. He drops a record that Kanye Omari West dissed him on. Okay? Everybody stay with me. He put it out. Now, Kanye didn't put this album out. It was supposed to be in the tuck. So whoever at Kanye camp that leaked that album or that single or the song, single, because it's supposed to be out by now. It's past 8. They said they was going to drop it at 8 p.m. tonight, which is Saturday when we're recording. Whoever leaked that record, I don't know if you thought it was supposed to hurt Kanye or make the game in disarray or some shit, but everybody's saying out of both albums, that's Donda and Certified Lover Boy, that this is the best song that came out of both these projects. Those projects fucked. This is a song that came.
Yeah.
And everybody's Andre 3000 is a goddamn national treasure on this album. A poet. The beat, if I ever made anything like this, this will be one of those times I change my number. Facts. The song is called oh shit, I don't know what happened. The song is called what's the song called, Don?
What?
The Kanye and
oh shit, I don't know.
I know what it's called. I'm going to it. Can you turn me up? Because that's how I want to close. It's not officially released, so we should not get flagged. So let me just ride out with that.
It'll pop up eventually, though. Don't play it.
But eventually ain't today.
Yeah, but dog, I'm not putting on here. I'm not about to fight with these motherfuckers over copyright.
It's not gonna be copywritten. Copywritten, so don't copy me. Ooh.
I'm not turning it up, bro.
Well, can you turn this up at least? Okay. There was a clip. It was a quote tweet. They said, "What's y'all's funniest scene from a sitcom?"
Oh,
Did you see that?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So this was it.
Yeah.
Hold up.
1 minute, Mom. I'm about to win. No, you're not. Got any threes? No. Go fish, nigga!
Bro, and then he gets up and start dancing. Everybody in the room looking at him like, what the fuck just happened? So this is that was from this is All of Us.
Yeah.
From episode 19 of season 3. If y'all want to watch it, this is probably quite literally I didn't even know this shit existed. This is probably the funniest shit I've ever seen. But when y'all see it, y'all understand where he got the energy from. He watched his dad play poker or something with his friends.
Yeah, dominoes or something.
Yeah, or something. And yeah, which I just hope Dalton's future child 20 years down the line, whenever they have kids.
Okay, a future kid.
Yes. All right, so we finna get up out this motherfucker. You want to play? I'll play a song from one of my albums, so we won't get copywritten because we own everything.
But nobody wants to hear that.
Oh, God damn. Why you deflate me like that? Nigga, you mixed this shit, so
I don't care.
you wanted to hear it because you wasn't getting paid.
Not really. I just was like,
oh, this is my friend.
I'll help you out.
Oh,
I paid you in friendship. Remember? Yeah.
What a callback.
Yeah.
Should that be the title of this episode?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I paid you in friendship.
Paid in friendship.
I think I like that back end appreciation more.
Oh yeah, no, I got you. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Let me see what Dalton mixed. He mixed this one, so we'll end
I
it.
don't even know.
Yeah.
All right, bye everybody.
Didn't you mix this?
No,
Yes, you did.
no, I didn't.
What, you just mixed the intro to this? I thought I sent you this.
No.
Oh. Oh, well, Dalton didn't mix this.
That's a good one though.
That's a good one.
Big homie, you already knew that. I'm still on the same block from where I went to school at. Seen much progression since an adolescent. My niggas begging me to move, my block need protecting. Nigga, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Hold my city down, my nigga, I got to. I often wonder what the city's like. Big lights, bad bitches on that off-white coke diet. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. I'm in it for the money, of course I need the glory. When it comes to this, I'm in my own category. I'll name this shit later, Maul, Joey, and Rory. I ain't about to slow up, I'm about to glow up. When you in the South, right, so my nigga pull up. I'ma get it off the porch until a nigga blow up. Just to show these niggas what's what.